Morning, guys. Mark Ferrasci, Protect Dog Training. On my way out to work a couple dogs. Tractor Supply, Home Depot, that sort of thing. It's getting a lot of behavior modifications lately. Okay, and the behavior modification is a lot different than just heel, sit down, stay. I'm always talking about that because I kind of always approach my dog training as understanding and getting into conditioning the animal in such a way that we get the dog's head flowing in the right direction so that we have a baseboard of communication, and our communication baseboard based on our marker training of no, good, and yes. And then like these dogs, behavior modification, they're coming in. I think I've got a pitty that's got a biting problem. She's about probably 2 years old, maybe a year and a half, 2 years old. And when a dog gets to these ages, the other dogs have been on the street, been through rescue. He's a fear biter. That's Dobie. You guys have seen that. If you're watching my videos, you know the dogs I'm talking about. Bella's the little pitty. And each one of them were a little different. The pitty has a tendency to check out all the time. She's into what she's into. Why? And then the Dobie is a fear biter and also affected by his environment. So what I guess I'm trying to get at and trying to accent, like I'm usually always doing, trying to have some kind of accent point within my videos, is how important it is. I know I've said this a million times, but people don't listen or they don't catch it or whatever. But when you get a puppy, it is so important that you do the things that you need to do to stretch that dog's brain, to get them used to environment, so you overcome any fear they may have, and slowly, methodically build that dog as a puppy. So you're doing the puppy development. You hear me talking about it all the time. What we call in the industry critical development. There's a reason that word is used. It is critical. It's critical to you being able to have something in your toolbox with a communication baseboard and an imprint. If you've taken that clay when they're very malleable, that clay is very malleable at those ages, right? And you develop that dog from the time you get it as a puppy at 8 weeks of age, and you do the right things to give that dog as much strength, emotional strength, mental strength, physical strength, okay? The agility, all that kind of thing. And you get that dog out to a certain degree, and you build your communication baseboard with your proper development of no, good, and yes in such a way that you have something else to build on top of, and you keep developing this animal, right? So many people just want to buy a dog and take it home, and they think, oh yeah, just put him in the backyard and he'll be great. You know, dog's a dog. I grew up with dogs when I was a kid. You know something? You're wrong. You're going to have so much more if you do what I'm telling you. If you do what I'm suggesting to you, and you develop that, and it's not about going out and doing schutzen. It's not about going to ring sport or AKC show rings or all that. Anybody can train a dog to meet the criteria of whatever you want to do with that dog. You want a frisbee dog? Build a frisbee dog, right? You want an agility dog that goes out and kills the world in agility? Build that dog. But the first thing you need to do is to develop this. Build this muscle in the brain and develop the dog properly so they're strong and they're not weak, okay? You'll always be fighting the weak, and you hear me talking about it when I get these dogs that are in for behavior development, for behavior modification, right? When I get these dogs in, they have already been squandered with that critical development period that's going to be an effect on our ability to work with this animal for the rest of his life. Okay, so these people that go and take their dog in for training and they come to me, I'm out to recover the dog, to fix the dog in such a way that I can put a Band-Aid on it and then have something that we can start building on. But it's not going to be done today or tomorrow. In other words, the month that you're paying me, my 30-day training service, okay, if I want to, I can do heel, sit down, stay. Is that going to give you that strength and all that? No. Okay, so I come at it a different direction. I go after it with the mental things, and I weave in the behaviors as we go along. But I look for mental strength. I look to recover the dog. I look to find and see the problem that the dog has and recover that dog and get them out of that and get in that dog's head in such a way that we know how to keep overcoming the dog's problem. Okay, and that's what you're paying me for. I'm getting in the dog's head. I'm not going to say I'm a dog psychologist. I have no certification, but I've been doing this since I've been a baby. I'm pretty darn good at what I do. So that being the case, I'm here to guide you and help you, but it's not going to be poof, I dream a genie and blink and the problem's solved. It's not going to happen. okay? So we're going to get there the best we can, and then you have me on the string to be able to help you out a little bit, do the best I can. That's what you're paying your trainer for, all right? So that's about it. Don't miss the critical development periods, and realize that it's so important. Everything is getting built on top of that, right? That is everything. And if you have a good foundation in that area, in those areas that I'm talking about, anything is possible. Remember, fear is your worst enemy. Confidence is your biggest friend, right? Having a dog that's strong and confident and developed in such a way that that confidence, you can take that dog and do anything, right? Very important. So, all right, I'll let you guys go. Done yakking the screen for today. Mark Ferrasci, Pro Tech Dog Training, signing off. Talk to you later.